To grasp the message of the telegram is harder. And Allah is talking by telegrams. You see, like for example, our Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was engrossed in a discussion, in a dialogue with the Christians of Najran. It was in Medina. The Christians of Najran, outside Medina, they were Arab Christians, they heard that there is another Arab now in Medina, and he is claiming to be in communion with the Almighty. He is claiming to be a prophet. So they said, let's go and cross-examine him. Let's find out what he knows. So they came to Medina, and they were housed in the masjid of the Prophet, Masjid al-Nabawi, very simple structure. Plastered mud on the floor, mud walls, palm leaf fiber on the roof. Very simple structure. There were no hotels and no motels in those days. So they were housed in the masjid, they slept in the masjid, they ate in the masjid, and they had the dialogue in the masjid. And when Sunday came, our Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam offered the masjid. They said, look, you can offer your prayers here. He was that tolerant. But during the course of the discussion that was going on, the spokesman for the Christian poses the question, say, all right, now tell us now, among so many other things, oh Muhammad, now tell us, what is your concept of God? So our Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he doesn't start like you and I. When we haven't got a ready answer, we say, well, you see, it's like, you'll try me out during question time, and you'll see it. You see, well, you know, everybody is fumbling for words, for thoughts, trying to gather my thoughts, and I go around the bush a little bit. Everybody goes around the bush, you know, others going around and around, beating around the bush, till he says, yes, this is the answer. Our Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he doesn't do that. He is waiting for the Almighty. He wants to know, say, look, Ya Bari Ta'ala, what shall I say? He is communing with Allah. Nobody hears him. He is pressing, so to say, his spiritual buttons, trying to contact the head computer, fi lawhim mahfuz, from the preserved tablet, the knowledge is coming. He is pressing his spiritual buttons, no buttons there. There are no buttons there, but figuratively, so to say, he is pressing his spiritual buttons. Ya Bari Ta'ala, what shall I say? Comes the answer. Qul huwallahu ahad. Say, he is Allah, the one and only. Allahu Samad, God the eternal absolute. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. He begets not, nor is he begotten. Wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad. And there's nothing like unto him. Now, once I repeat that, I said, now, what did I say? Ask people, what did I say? They say, well, you said that there's only one Allah, one God. I say, yeah. What else? So, well, it's got no father, no son. I say, yeah. What else? Can you see, it's difficult? Because it's all concentrated stuff. It is so concentrated. And the message is so, it's so much pervasive. So much is involved in these 4 short verses. It's like an ocean of theology, the knowledge of God, an ocean. This 4 verses. But in a concentrated form, you just read the meaning and you pass over onto something else. You lost everything. You need a commentary, and this one gives it to you. Explain to you that what is one and only, when it says he does not beget and is not begotten, to whom it is being addressed. But coming back to the surah itself, Ikhlas, Surah Ikhlas, which is a surah of purity. We are told, and I believe, that if you read Surah Ikhlas, we say Kul Huwallah, 3 times, you get the sawab of reading the whole Quran. Have you heard that before? Yes. We say when we start, say Dua Fatiha. So everybody starts with Surah Fatiha, Alhamdulillah. And then we read Surah Kul Huwallah 3 times. That's Surah Ikhlas 3 times. And we believe that Allah will give us the blessings as if we read the whole Quran. It's quite an amazing thing. This Quran, an encyclopedia. You read 12 lines, that's 4 times 3. 12 lines, 12 verses, 12 ayahs. And you get the value of the whole Quran in blessings. Doesn't it make you want to think, what is there in it? Just 4 verses, 3 times, 4 threes are 12. And I get the blessings of the whole Quran. Why should it be so? What makes it so valuable, invaluable? It's worth thinking. You see the reason. I mean, I've been thinking. I haven't had the chance of asking learned men. I'm not a learned man. People, make me out to be a great scholar and all that. Actually, I'm a furniture salesman. I've been talking, and I talk myself into talking. Therefore, I come and stand here before you. But I have not had the good fortune of going into a university, secular or religious. The only time I go into a university now is go and talk to them. I haven't had the chance of going and getting any benefit from them from beforehand. So, just thinking about it, what makes it so valuable, invaluable? So I find that this surah, these 4 verses, are the touchstone of theology. Means a testing stone of theology. Theology means the knowledge of God. Is the touchstone. If you have this touchstone, you will never go wrong. Any concept of God, any community, any religious group comes along to you and gives you a concept of God. With these 4 verses as a touchstone, you can either accept or reject. There is no theology on earth that can confound you if you have these 4 verses in front of you, if you understand its meaning. The person comes along and he says, God is 2. Like in Zoroastrianism, there's a God of good and there's a God of evil. He says, Qul, tell them, Huwallahu ahad. He is the one and only God that there is. He is not 2. The Christians say he is in a trinity, 3 in 1. He says, no, Qul, say, Huwallahu ahad. He is the one and only. They think there are millions of gods like our Hindu cousins. He says, no, say, he is the one and only God that there is. Negatives, all ideas of a plurality, 2, 3, or many. Out, out, out. Touchstone. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. That he does not beget and is not begotten. The Christians say that Jesus is the only begotten Son of God. They say, no, lam yalid wa lam yulad. Negative the idea. Any theology comes along, this is a touchstone. And they say, God is like this, God is like that, he's so handsome, he's like old Father Christmas, Santa Claus, sitting on some planet with his feet dangling onto the earth as his footstool, the heaven as his canopy, the loving Father in heaven. So it says, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٍ. There's nothing like unto him that can be imagined. So anything you think or imagine is not him. Finish. This is the touchstone. See, the touchstone the jeweler uses. You ladies are familiar with jewelers. You go along, let's say your grandmother left some old jewelry, and you take it to be 24 karat gold. And you want to have it remelted and into some modern design. So you go along and say, now what is this worth? My grandma's, take heavy necklace. So the guy, the jeweler, he rubs a part of that jewelry onto his touchstone, his black granite, smooth black granite. He rubs on it, and he has samples of other gold. 9 karat, 12 karat, 18 karat, 22 karat, 24 karat gold. That's how they value gold, how much pure it is. So he says, this coloring that on that black stone of your gold, how much yellow or goldish it is, he guesses that this is about 9 karat. So he has a 9 karat piece. So he rubs on it next to it. He says, well, this is the same as that. So he tells you, Ben, this is 9 karat gold. Kachara hai kachara. So he says, no, my grandma, she couldn't have